Well, thanks for everyone coming out, especially our members of the community that aren't a part of the Parents Commission. This is our kickoff meeting for updating the appearance plan. I've got a couple slides here that we'll go through, and then we're going to do an activity. I'll just jump right in because I'll explain all of it. This is our agenda. I'm going to give an overview about the appearance plan, what it is that we have now, what it does, where we're going. And then we're going to jump into doing polling and discussion. So you'll pull out your cell phones, and it's just using text messaging to contribute to polls. The results show up on the screen. It's pretty cool. And then small group discussions about kind of like why you voted the way you did. And then we'll report out here on the board. And then we'll wrap up at the end just with a little bit of like next steps, like where we're going from here. So what are we doing here? We have an existing appearance plan. It was written in 1997, 98. It's about 9 pages long, and is a little bit subjective rather than objective. So when developers come in or property owners and they're looking to make changes to their property, it's not the most clear on telling people exactly what we want to see so much as giving characteristics of how the village should look. So it's time for an update. That also is folded in with the fact that we just updated the zoning ordinance, and I'll touch a little bit about how that intersects now with the appearance plan. But what we're doing today is community input. I have a long list of ideas about things that we can do to write up the new appearance plan or appearance guidelines. But really, I want to hear from all of you because it's your community, and that's the most important thing to me, is making sure that we've got input from the people who live here and have lived here for many years and will many years into the future. So that's today. We'll come back together again in maybe about 2 months and look at some draft recommendations that are based on the feedback that I get today, and by making this available online for other people who might not have been able to make it today. And then it'll move through adoption and go live. So the appearance plan focuses on 4 different aspects of the built environment. The first one's building design, then it looks at landscape design, lighting, and signage. So those are the 4 categories that we're going to talk about today in varying detail as we go through them. And as I said, our new zoning ordinance actually touches quite a bit or has new regulations that we didn't have before on the building design, landscape design, and lighting. I've posted some videos online about kind of what the baseline of the requirements in the zoning ordinance are. So if you get a chance, those are available on our planning and zoning website. We've got a page specific to the appearance plan update. So those 3 things intersect with zoning. Signage is different. Signage is a different chapter of the municipal code, and similar to the appearance plan, it dates back to about 1997 and has had minimal updates since then. So that is kind of like everything's on the table to make improvements and modernize it. And what does the appearance plan apply to? It's not single family homes, 2 flats or 3 flats or townhomes. So it's our multifamily buildings, mixed use, which might be retail or offices on the ground floor, residential or offices above. A lot of the downtown buildings that are 2 or 3 stories are a mixed use. Commercial buildings, and then industrial and institutional. So things like the new metro station have come before the Appearance Commission. And in fact, that's the next line on here, is that the Appearance Commission reviews new projects to make sure that they comply with the appearance plan. So my goal in updating the appearance plan is that it creates clear, objective outcomes that the community wants to see. And then it makes it an easy document for developers or property owners making their improvements to know what those expectations are, as well as creating something objective for the commissioners to be able to look at it and say, well, does this meet that objective or not? Because there's a lot of different ways to do design, and there's a lot of ways to meet zoning requirements. But then we're talking about like those nuances of what does it look like when it's all put together.